Alrighty, now we have our third pocket done. What we're going to do, now that we have all of the score lines folded, you're going to come in, you'll see two little squares. There'll be the square here and a square here. You're just going to snip and cut both of those off, just like so. And do it again on the other side. Alrighty, once that's done, I like to go in here and I trim this little corner that's going to fold underneath and glue to my the inside of my planner just at an angle. Take a little of that bulk out, give you a nice crisp corner. Alrighty, so there's our pocket. Now what you're going to want to do is you're going to take your planner, open it up to the page where you'd like your pocket. Make sure your crease lines are pretty well sharp and crisp, like so. And you'll take some Tombow adhesive or whatever adhesive you'd like to use. I love using Tombow. You're just going to run a little bit of Tombow down the edge, down this edge, oops, and across the bottom edge. Alright, now you will take your pocket, set it down, make sure your edges are tucked under, and glue it down. There we go. And it's all nice and straight, or straight enough, as we like to say in my stamp camps. Alrighty, and again, you can stamp on this one, you can write on it, you can leave it for someone to make notes on. What I did on my pockets for this one, I just made a couple little strips of early espresso cardstock as a little bit of a trim that will go on there to kind of finish off that edge. I glued one at the top and one at the bottom, and these guys are just, you know, probably about a quarter of an inch wide by 4 inches, so they fit right there nicely on the edge of your pockets. Do one at the top and one at the bottom. But I haven't really decided what I want to put on this page yet, so I'm going to leave it blank, my pocket blank until I decide. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, so there's my last pocket. Alrighty, you'll notice that the DSP that's covering each of the sections of my planner, they're all of the same measurement. All the DSP for this is going to be 5 inches wide by 8 1/4 inches tall. Okay, that'll give you a nice border around it. Now I added, you'll see on mine, I added some little, I guess you call them spine pieces to go on the folds. These little spine covers are going to measure 3/8 of an inch wide by 8 1/4 inches long, and it just kind of gives it a little pop of color, kind of makes it a little coordinated. Alrighty, alright, once this is done, we're going to need to dress it up a little bit. So what I've done is I decided I wanted to make this for a friend of mine that her name starts with a D. Guess I shouldn't say her name since it's going to be a gift. I made a monogram with her initial, and I did the same oval with the oval frame that I did on the vintage one. As you can see, just flipped it around. Beautiful, lovely letters, alphabet, love that one. I made a couple little coordinating pieces with my edge punch that I cut out of the piece of the Beau Chateau paper. So those are going to go at the top and bottom to dress it up. Alrighty, so we'll put these on, add a little sass to the front, sassy sassy. Alrighty, and once this is done, I decided I wanted to use the same 5/8 inch vanilla satin ribbon. I love that ribbon, love it, to close my planner with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my satin ribbon, and I don't have a measurement for this one because you're going to need to decide how long you want your own. So what I did was I just cut a piece, I wrapped it around, cut it to see how much I would need to leave tail long enough to have a nice piece that's long enough to make a good sized bow. Alrighty, so once I have it, I just went ahead and centered it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and add just a little bit of snail here. You can use whichever adhesive you'd like. I'm going to tack that down. Kind of center it up a little bit. There we go. Now, on her monogram, I put I only used 3. They only cost a penny a piece. I used 3 Stampin Dimensionals on the back to pop it up off the planner. Just gives it a little depth, gives it a little interest. So here's her monogram right there. And then I took another piece of the satin ribbon and I made a little double bow and used one of those antique brads that I can't seem to live without. They're on every one of my orders. I'm going to put a couple of glue dots on those guys, and I'm going to put it right about there. Alrighty, so there's my bow. Now, what I did on the back, I showed you on the other. I covered the place where the ribbon attached. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm going to bring my ribbon around, and you can adhere your ribbon as far as you'd like. You don't have to do it the whole way. So I have my ribbon there, tack it down. And now this little seal, oops, got a little crooked. Let me fix it. On this one, I'm not going to pop this one up because this is going to be laying flat on the table wherever it is, or she's got it in her purse. So I want to make this one flat and flush to the planner. So I just stamped a little part of a stamp from the Christmas Lodge stamp set there. Punched it out and then punched a little bit bigger circle to make it look like a little tag. Oh, I added my Stampin' Up stamp. There you go. So I can go back and I can add parts for her planner, calendars, or wish list, whatever I'd like to give her that I think she'll use, and it will be just for her. A one-of-a-kind. Alright, so there we have her beautiful one-of-a-kind planner for the holidays. Now I wanted to add just a little touch of something special for her to take along with her planner. I would like to make her a matching pen. So I love these RSVP pens. You can use several different types. This one just happens to be my favorite. They come in packages of, I've seen them in packages of 2. This is a pack of 5 I just recently picked up for Christmas gifts I'm going to be making. Once you have your RSVP pen, or a pen that has a barrel that you can actually insert things into around the whatever this is that holds the ink, you need to be able to remove this. So once you've removed the ink well, I guess it is, you're going to cut a piece of cardstock, and the cardstock will measure 3.5 inches long by 3/4 of an inch wide. Alrighty, this one's all curled up as I was playing around with the pen. 3/4 of an inch by 3.5 inches long. Once you've cut it, you're going to take the pen, the inkwell out. You will take it and you'll simply just roll this around, kind of give it that curve it needs. And then you're going to put the inkwell back into the pen, and your paper will slide right in, and it will go all the way down. Then you'll just take this little cap, it fits right over top of that inkwell, screw it back on, and there you have a matching pen to go with the planner. How cool is that? Alright, I hope you like it. I am so excited about making these Christmas gifts, and I hope you are too. Please come back again and see me, and stop by and check out my blog. Leave me a comment. I always love hearing from you and seeing your comments, and I love just stamping with you. So come back again soon and have fun stamping. Thanks.